How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to TEXAN Tailgate, episode 46, The Power of Community. Hope everybody has been having a great week. I'm your host, Texan OG Day One. Tonight we got some very special guests here from the OPHIR crypto team. So with no further ado, tonight we have Firestarter88. How you doing there, sir?
What's up, Texan OG? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. It has been a while. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And of course, it's morning time where you're at.
That's right. 9 a.m. here.
Wow, 12 hours ahead of Eastern time. And also joining us, we've got MacB Crypto. So, how are you doing, sir?
What's up, man? Magandang umaga, everyone. Good morning, all, and good night over there. Yeah, nice to be here and glad to be on stream with you guys. Such an honor and pleasure, brother.
Yeah, it's a privilege and an honor, man. Big time.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get into things, let's just go ahead and say hello to chat. We got Samantha. Good evening, everyone.
Hey,
we
Samantha.
We got My Online Ghost. What's good, everyone? Got Hexforce One. Hello, Texicans and Ophirians. We got Michael Adamic. Hey, everyone. So, thank you so much for being here with us. So, John, MacB, it's been a while since we've gotten together. So, how have you guys been doing?
Yeah, we've been doing good, man. Just keeping our heads down, putting in the work, and things are moving along. It's just such a blessing being able to take part in a project like this. It's and as you said, the theme that we're talking about is community, and we really felt just that, and that was honestly that was kicked off by what I saw in Hex and Pulse Chain and the strength of the community. Like there's a sense in which it might be different, but that knittedness of hearts is really very evident as well among these churches. And when you've pulled people together and are just like so hell bent on achieving a common cause, right? It makes a world of difference. I like the way that Rags put it when he was saying that basically, even if the protocol were to disappear, like would the community still be there, right? And that's what we feel. So that's what I'm really pumped about and excited about.
Absolutely. And, ever since I got into crypto back in July of 2021, the common denominator that I keep finding myself going back to is that it is all about the community because, with all of us coming together in unison, working together towards that common goal and helping and serving one another, that's where we really benefit. As Samantha would say, we rise by lifting others. So, and I know as far as onboarding and community goes, OPHIR Crypto has just been doing a phenomenal, amazing job, just spreading the word and just putting so much time into education, because it's one thing to gift somebody, give them a gift as far as crypto goes, but a tool and a gift is only as good as the person who knows how to use it and wield it and use it properly to their benefit advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I just caught McBee was trying to flex his shirt. You didn't get it all the way up, brother. You got to bring it all the way up. There we go. So
Oh,
you see,
you got the pulse, you got the hex, you got the OPHIR. That is,
Yeah,
man.
it's the
Where'd you-
Trifecta brothers.
the
Where'd you-
Trifecta brothers. Yeah, I'm supporting this community, the Ophidian guys, the Pulsicans, and the Hexicans. So I've been in Hex like forever, like before it launched, 2018 and 19, and yeah, just glad to be here. And next community, I'm trying to help our the Ophidians. And yeah, maybe we can talk later how you were asking about how we, like John have said, like people are onboarded. Like we were doing some onboarding process through charity work. So we didn't Sorry, I got into Tagalog.
No, it's okay. Go for it,
Oh,
man.
you're
Yeah,
good.
got into like charity works. I've been doing that for the longest time, even before a year. So yeah, I've been doing some bringing people like they don't know that they're doing some crypto stuff and just promoting Hex, just the branding of itself, just putting the word out there. So parang hindi nila alam, brother Jan, na yeah, crypto na pala to. So ganon.
So he's
Uh,
saying basically, yeah, that he's going out there spreading the word to the point that all of a sudden people are surprised. Oh, this is about crypto, and then he's able to kind of make his way into onboarding folks. But McPee's been a star, man. McPee was the person who welcomed me into the Hex Philippines group. So he's the admin for the Hex Philippines chat. And as I was sharing earlier on, that kindred spirit feeling and that camaraderie, he just exuded that and really made me feel super welcome and has been a real star. So salamat, brother McPee.
Salamat. Thank you, man. Thank you. Welcome, brother. Yeah. As always, you've been like, I call him the guy. But, the guy doesn't know how to, paano ba yun sa English? Hindi marunong magalit.
I don't know how to get angry, basically, or upset. Is what he's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, the guy. Yeah, man. Go ahead, first starter. Yeah, man.
I mean, I love the name Firestarter 88 because I mean it's the whole term Firestarter is to it's to stir up change. Now, some days I have a different vision of starting fires than you might, and but I think
I know.
together we might be able to come to a middle common ground. But it's good to ignite that passion in people, and that's what people are attracted to, and that's what really drives us. And
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
so go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it ties in quite neatly to what we're doing because given that OPHIR is immutable on the blockchain, and obviously we're not going anywhere. We're gonna be doing this. Like our hearts are all in, right? But at the same time, it is something. It is in a sense a fire that's been started and that's out there in the wild now, right? That we're uh yeah, you get that. Yeah, brother.
Yeah. So how has everything been going for Ophir since launch? How talk to me. Tell me about the direction of how things have been going in, and what
Sure.
you're most proud of and excited about.
Sure. So there's a lot happening right now. I think I'd say that the most major like the work is really in the education and onboarding front, and we've worked to scale that. So Gem Effect, the official partner, General Mariano Alvarez Fellowship of Evangelical Churches, who was basically the equivalent of the Texas Nationalist movement for Texan. So they've really started to step up and basically take ownership, which is really wonderful, man. I mean, they're the way that they've scaled things out, the processes that they have in place. So we're doing onboarding sessions on a weekly basis via Zoom. We do them in person. We have what we call OPHIR summits as well, wherein we go to far off provinces, even sometimes to hold events for groups between 50 to 100 pastors. So these are the types of things that are constantly happening. We had our first OPHIR graduation that was in December. We graduated 50 something churches. So stats wise, at this point in time, we have 350 signups to be beneficiaries, and we will have by March, our next graduation, we will have about 150 graduated churches.
Wow.
So yeah. So it's awesome, man. It's just and seeing these pastors, that's the part that really just makes a dent when you see how grateful they are and how they're able to really understand things. They take the time, they understand things, and it's to the point that you have, you're talking about 60, 70, 80-year olds who are learning how to stake and scrape, and you have some pastors who they've started stores where they actually offer discounts for OPHIRians.
Wow.
So yeah. It's things are moving, man. Things are moving, and so we're trusting that that things are really gonna start taking off. That we're hopefully hitting like pre-viral pre-viral period, because that's one of the things that the Philippines is well known for, right? Virality. So we're hoping that we can eventually and that's what we're starting to see. Churches approach us, right? Churches approach the Jam Effect team without, obviously we're still deliberately reaching out, but it's getting to the point where things are starting to turn and they're starting to come to us, which is really very, very exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And looks like we have Apple here in the chat. Hello, Texans and OPHIRians.
Hello
Thank you so
po.
much. Good to have you.
Apple's a
And
real legend as well, man. She's part of the Gem Effect team and has been a real star. So yeah.
sorry, my niece came in the room. She told me that she won the dance competition at her high school. So,
Ah,
so
congrats.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Congrats.
That she's 15. That's her jam. That's what she lives for. She,
What's the name of your niece?
her name is Ellery.
Hi, Ellery. Congratulations, baby girl.
Aw,
Yeah,
Oh,
she,
baby
yeah,
girl. Ah,
yeah. She
not
popped.
baby anymore.
She
this is
popped
not a
in for
debate
just a
anymore.
moment.
Yeah, congratulations, girl.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we got Drix in the house. So
Hey, what's up?
yeah, he is one of our regulars. Thank you so much for being here, Drix. Appreciate having you here. Uh, Samantha, facing reality. What's up, fam? Sorry I'm late. No worries, man.
Yeah,
Just get here when you can, and no worries. I mean, this is this is the one place you can be late. You can come and go as you please, and it's not like a job. Like we're not going to write you up and terminate you. So, uh, but yeah, no, it's really great whenever you know you're on the right path and you're really helping add value to people's lives, and you're bringing a skill set, an area that people have never taken a look at. You have more people that start coming to you because they want to be a part of what you're building. So I mean that's just really awesome and amazing. And we have some really amazing people, here in the Texan and OPHIR community as well. Like Sam Kemp. His motivation. He has, like, I think, 7 great grandchildren. So I mean, it's important for him to learn about the blockchain because he wants to leave a legacy behind for his family, which I think is something that everybody wants to do.
That's amazing. Yeah, you guys have been absolute stars. Thank you so much for all the support, and to you specifically, brother. I mean, just a legend. Thank you so much for being such a staunch supporter and such an awesome contributor across the board, man. Like just helping us to really have that energy, keep our spirits up, and it's like a day in the chat without you there is like,
Yeah.
not the same, man.
Oh no, thank you so much. And sometimes I find it best, like, let me just kind of be in the background and be like a support and try to help mentor and guide, so that because getting people, one of the things in my profession, I've been in management for many years. I've had lots of employees over the years, and I hire people all the time. Is you have to give people the tools and the resources that they need to be successful in their role. Like if you're not setting people up for success, like the whole art of like management and teaching is it's like watering a plant. You have to invest into your people, and what you put in is what you're going to get out. So
Amen to that. And again, that's part of the reason why it's so exciting seeing what's happening with the team and with these OPHIRians and these pastors, and because a lot of them are going out on their own now, right? They're starting to, seriously, we have a bunch of pastors who are just going out doing their own quote unquote like summits and small groups, like teaching people, and so that's been great.
And we got Ron 3927.
Oh, speaking of, that's right. This is Pastor Ron. He's the guy who has the wet and dry goods store that gives discounts to Ophirians.
Wow. Wow. It won't be too long before you actually see a society where, people are able to pay for goods and services with crypto. And we've seen some folks out in the state of Texas, certain individuals, companies. I think one guy had a pipeline drilling company that he was accepting TEXAN token as a form of payment, and I'm like, wow, like,
That's
so
great.
yeah, so it gives you an idea of what to expect and things to come.
Yeah.
And Gabriel Gonzalez, Texan, ex OPHIR, Hex, OG of the Philippines, such a great people in the stream.
What's up, brother Gab?
So,
yeah. So yeah, there's been a lot up. I don't know if you caught the singing contest that Doc Vince ran as well. So we had a seniors singing contest. So amateur singing contest. So we had 60, 70, 80-year-olds, mostly from Doc Vince province, or that I think it was, di ba, Makbi, Bisayan region ata. Basta Bisaya, they were speaking in a dialect that I don't understand.
Visayan actually for a starter. Visayan, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really natutuwa ako nung nakita ko nga sila. It's like onboarding of people.
Onboarding, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like
you're Bisaya, bro.
Come again?
Because you're Bisaya, I said.
Yeah, indeed. I'm glad that Doc Vince stated that amateur singing contest. Yeah, where's Doc Vince? Speaking of Doc Vince, where is he?
Yeah, he said he would try to jump in, so we'll see. He's driving his kids now, unfortunately.
Sige, I'll message him. Sige. Yeah, go ahead first.
Oh yeah, no. If he does pop in, it'd be great. But I understand, things come up, and I think I have heard of some singing contests. I mean, there's just so much community onboarding that you guys do, and the networking is amazing. And I know in the Philippines, the people are just very tech savvy, and they're just known for networking, especially. Would you say Facebook is the most widely used social platform?
Yeah. So we at a certain point we were like the Facebook capital of the world. I don't know if we still are. Were we number one? Number one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. We've been the texting capital of the world. I don't know if we still are. We're like, I think we're the TikTok capital of the world now, or we're up there. So yeah, all reasons to be optimistic about how things will go, right? That's that viral networking factor that I was talking about earlier on. There's something about Filipinos and community and that virality. And networks, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the thing is, you guys have just been, building out the network ever since this thing started and began, and it's amazing. And I was going to ask, like, how's everybody feeling about, the market and getting ready to go into the this will be OPHIR's first bull run as well as Texan.
Yeah. Well, ikaw, Makdi, what are your thoughts on that? You're more of a macro guy.
All I can say is this: all my bags are packed and I'm ready to go, brother. Yeah, and we were talking in the backstage with Robert. And and might I say that EHEX got a dip, and everybody might want to buy some. Like a 65% dip when I woke up in the morning. I look up myself. Yeah. Oh man, it's 65 dip. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Rom? As far as you think, like I saw in the chat somebody saying, "Oh, it looks like RH made a choice and stuff," and
yeah. So right now, Richard is tweeting like crazy. So I mean, it feels like we're back to where we need to be. My personal thoughts. This is just speculative theory, but I really feel like the issue with the SEC, it's either been settled or it's been dismissed, because it seems like the last 2 weeks, we've just been seeing like PulseX SAC wallet moving funds from Ethereum across the bridge. And now, Richard is, telling us that, Hex on Pulse Chain is the real Hex, and the bridge fee going from Ethereum to Pulse Chain will be waived. But if you try to bridge from Pulse Chain back into Ethereum or to another blockchain, then the bridge fee will apply. So, it's really good to see RH tickers pumping, because just about everything in the Pulse Chain ecosystem is bonded in liquidity to Pulse Hex, PulseX. So, when they rise in value, things like TEXAN and OPHIR and so many other projects go up with it, because that is bonded liquidity, Hart's Law.
Yeah.
So next month, I want to say probably about, third week of April, that's when we can expect the Bitcoin halvening. And then after that, once you get past April, going into December, I feel like we're just going to be on a roller coaster. It's going to be a wild ride, and I'm going to do my best to go to sleep at night and not look at my phone, because that's all I've been doing. And there's times where I have to just put my phone down, don't look at any electronics, and I just go out in nature, walk barefoot, and just be present with myself, because it's healthy to disconnect and just do some self-care, because but it's very, very exciting. We've had a very long and brutal bear market, but you know what? The red candles, when everything is down 90-95%, that's where people really find the best life-changing opportunities. You buy the red candles when the capitulation, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but when everybody's at each other's throats and people are nuking their accounts, buy what you want to buy and then just stay off Twitter. You pack your bags, and then, okay, bags are packed. See ya.
Do you guys think? Yeah, go ahead, Mukti.
No. I was just gonna say, I'm gonna zip just my mouth and get out of Twitter, and I was like doing all the things that I love, like be with my family and go out with friends, support these local groups, like a non-profit organization. I'm supporting like this radio group in which we have these radio towers, especially we're like a a cyclone prone area, so might as well have this a communication installed in case of emergency. So yeah, I agree with Robert, man. All my bags are packed and I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be low with this market. So this next cycle.
That is really cool what McBee is talking about when they went to do their charity work, and they have these things in the Philippines. Are you familiar with tricycles? They're these little, So they were all in their Hex shirts and stuff, and tricycles going around like remote areas, giving supplies and stuff, and that was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, and Joshua, Caleb, Flora, good morning from the Philippines. So good to see you. And working with the OPHIR team has just been absolute. It's just been an amazing experience, and everybody is just always so kind, compassionate, and just very welcoming. You get that vibe and that feeling. It's just such a great community to be part of, and I'm so glad that thanks, Crypto Heartbeat, Rags to Riches. I'm so glad that they had that vision to, let's just not do this one thing with TEXAN, but let's try to help other people, in their quest for freedom and self-sovereignty. Because at the end of the day, this all goes beyond crypto. We're, as we've, seen recent events, happen in the world, with lockdowns and all sorts of other things, you have people that are yearning for freedom more than ever. So, the same issues that we have here in the United States, other people have in other parts of the world. So, I mean, we are all connected. We all want the same things in life for the most part.
Yeah. Agreed, man. And it is it is a pretty daunting thing when you look at the direction that the world is going in, and uh, this yeah, it's something that I feel like it gives me great fulfillment and great pleasure, um, when these when folks' eyes are open to these things, and when they realize and they start taking responsibility for their own economic energy, and realize the value in being sovereign individuals. And it's harder for folks who are hand to mouth, though. So that's one of the things that we're realizing as well, like the appreciation of these things, right? It um, when somebody's worried about where they're going to get their food the next day, sometimes
Mhm.
it's not as much of an issue. So these are some of the dynamics that we're mindful of. And to your point earlier on about uh, the community being like such nice, I don't know, just having such a good vibe, and stuff. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, because you do have that like very, very welcoming, very, very nice, but then at the same time you almost feel like you need to be overly protective because of that, from a security standpoint, right?
Mhm.
Because unfortunately, the churches, they've really been a target for scams, precisely because of that reason. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, I know I'm circling back to something you said earlier, but yeah, it was something that came to my mind when you were talking about those things. And so, it's just something that and it's good to see, though, that many of these pastors and many of these guys, they are becoming more aware from a security standpoint. We've had folks reaching out to us about scammers, immediately recognizing, well, yeah, I mean, you're obviously more than aware of these goings on, right? And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, so I'm actually the guy that will go after the scammers. Like I will go after them and I will hammer them hard, and they will like I it almost feels like, you have the lion that has to chase the hyenas off from the
yeah.
territory. That's what it feels like when you're an admin for like a crypto project. Like you want to protect your pride. And unfortunately, in the world, a lot of times people will perceive kindness as weakness when it's something that makes us very strong, because it takes $0 to be kind to one another. And when you have such a group of compassionate, open, welcoming people, people do look to take advantage of that. And crypto, it is full of scams, and you're never going to get away from that, because you got scams in the traditional finance world, and you're going to have them online as well. So wherever there's a group of people that are coming together to declare their value, and they're exchanging value back and forth, you're going to have people that are going to try to take advantage of that. So the best thing we can do is just try to educate people as much as possible, and stick with OPHIR crypto. If you need any help, just ask, and we'll guide you through that, and you know uh, keep people as safe as we possibly can. And Hex Force One, I packed my Texan bags even more on the dip today. So yeah, so many things on the Ethereum side are taking a plunge right now, a bit of a dip. And I'm sure that a lot of the paper hands, or the people that want out, they have to sell first. And it's a bit of a shakeout. One person's trash is another person's treasure. Be like, okay, you don't want your Texan on the Ethereum side or your Hex on the Ethereum side. If they throw it on the ground, well, somebody's going to pick it up. So
Yeah.
uh, we got Pastor Ron, for God's glory, Boss Mac B,
Sakmi talaga. Hey, what's up, brother?
Salute, OPHIR Academy. So yeah, lots of great people in the community. So
Yeah,
very,
OPHIR Academy is where we keep the courses for the beneficiaries. So yeah, amazing job that Doc has done on that. So we've been using AI tools as well, just to scale up the process of creating the videos, and that's we're looking to ramp that up as well, to add other types of content in there, even beyond crypto eventually. But for now, it's just keeping it to the basics. And that's one of the things we had to be mindful of as well, just really simplifying things to the core. Because at first, you want to teach them as much as you can, right? You want them to know as much as they can about, what the basics of crypto, and not just the basics of crypto, but slightly beyond that, the financial system. I mean, initially we had some courses on like the Cantillon effect and stuff like that, but it's, you realize that you just need to get them started with what they knowing what they absolutely need to know initially, and then you can scale up from there. And so we've simplified things to the bare minimum.
Absolutely. And when I first got into crypto, the first thing I had to do was start with the basics. Be like, okay, what is crypto? What is a blockchain? What is a wallet? How does this work? And then we get into security and like, okay, what is your seed phrase? Why is it important? How do you secure it? All these best practices. And, it may feel like it may be a little bit redundant because you're having to, really, hammer this in. But I mean, you got to start with the basics first before you can really branch out. And because before, when I first got into crypto, I tried watching videos of people talking and they were just using all this language that went over my head. And I'm like, what are they talking? So once you get the building blocks in place, everything starts to really fall into place as it should. So, and the thing I kept telling myself is, you know what? This is not hard. There's other people that are doing it, and if they can do it, then so can I.
Yeah, and I think it's also a function of. Sorry, go ahead, Makmi.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead, first starter. No, no.
No, I was just gonna say, I think it's also a function of getting them, not because if you look at crypto as a whole, it can be so overwhelming, right? There's so much happening, so it's really narrowing down and focusing on certain areas. I think that is helpful, because if you're trying to keep up to speed with what's going on across the board, well, I know you kind of do. But it's, my gosh, and if you start watching, like, just accumulating projects that you're watching and following, and it can just eat you up, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's the one thing I find in common that a lot of people who are new to crypto will tell me is that they can get overwhelmed very quickly. So in order to kind of help them and meet them where they're at, you have to kind of like figure out, where they're at, and just take one thing at a time and just do it really well. Don't try to, throw like 5 things at a person. Like, it's like throwing a baseball, it's like, or a tennis ball. It's like, here, try to catch 10 of them at the same time. And it's like, no, how about we throw the ball back and forth and we learn to play catch first.
Yeah, exactly.
May I add on that one? First starter from Robert.
Yeah.
That's why on my end I'm doing like a every 2 months seminar with my onboards, or kind of like a meetup every 2 months, and how they're doing with their OPHIR and all their crypto holdings, and just letting them know that it's like this is a long term play, and it's like first starter have said, like drinking 5 hoses. What do you call it? Drinking
Fire hoses, yeah.
fire at the same. So I'm like to have a like every 2 months we try to have a meetup with my onboards with the affiliate guys. They have we have to scrape every 2 months and.
Oh yeah, and it's really great when you can get together in like almost like a small classroom environment, and you can kind of meet with people, and people really do benefit from that, like one-on-one personal. And that's what really makes the difference, because once you take 10 people and you work really closely with them and you get them up to speed where they need to be, they can go and train even more people, and then bam, you're growing that network effect, So, and that is truly amazing. And Real quick, I'll go ahead and just share a few things if you guys don't mind.
Sure,
Yeah,
man.
sure.
So yeah, so this is going to be, of course, the main website, ophircrypto.com. Most people who are familiar, with TEXAN and OPHIR and Pulse Chain know exactly what this is. But best thing is always to start simple. Go to OPHIR Crypto, you view the OPHIR contract. Of course, I would have to pull up the IPFS Pulse Chains, which I think I can. Let me pull it up real quick.
Hey, Robert, you don't have any seed words in there, right?
On his desktop.
You don't have any seed words in there. You try to
Oh
share
no,
something.
no, not at all.
Go.
Well, it usually works, but for some reason, yeah. But no, that's all right. But generally, this is where you would come to find the main wallet address for OPHIR, and I think one of the biggest things that kind of gets people a little confused in the world of crypto is anyone can make a smart contract. Anybody can crank out a token and they can plaster a JPEG image onto it and they can make it look very similar to the real OPHIR crypto token. And then when you go to interact with it, it has malicious code and it can drain your wallet. So you always want to go right to the official, website and source. But yeah, here, uh, audit, white paper, tokenomics. So this is going to have a very similar layout, just like when you would go to texan.cc. And this right here is just an awesome map that just shows all the beneficiary churches. And it's really cool to see the OPHIR logo on the map because it's like this is it's just living proof. You guys are really getting the word out there, and this is what the network effect looks like, and this is what adoption and helping one another looks like. So congratulations to everyone on the OPHIR team.
Thanks, man. Yeah, yeah. It's been a real joy. This needs to be updated. There's many more actually at this point. But yeah, what's really exciting, like I shared earlier on, is we're at a point now where folks are reaching out to us. So we have folks from still mainly the Philippines, although we may have some Nigerian churches very soon as well. So that's interesting news. But the fact that they're now coming to us, and that I see that trend only increasing over time. So word is spreading, and people are getting wind, and trust is being established, and so the community is definitely being galvanized.
Absolutely. And when you guys do these onboarding sessions, are you traveling to a lot of these areas, or is it also done like online through like Zoom meetings and things like that?
We do both. So depending on the number of people, if they can get a sizable number of people, usually it's about 100 people that we aim to have, church leaders and pastors. If they can pool together that many people, then we try to go in person. We send folks to the actual physical location. Otherwise, we have regular weekly Zoom uh, onboarding type calls that we have with others who can't quite pull in the numbers. So, and depends on how far away the place is as well. But was it 2 weeks ago? We traveled. Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't able to go, but the team traveled something like 8 hours, 7, 8 hours to Zambales.
Zambales.
Yeah, a place
Okay.
pretty far out. So yeah, those guys are hardcore, man.
Oh, absolutely. And the other thing I was going to show off real quick is we also have the OPHIR community page, which is on YouTube. And that is going to be the very first comment in the chat. So that is youtube.com/OPHIR community. And one of the things that they have here is if you want to check out what the OPHIR Academy onboarding looks like, they have videos uploaded that are in English as well as Filipino. So
That's right.
So, yep, they have the Filipino version, then they have the English version. So, if you want to check out and see, just what OPHIR Crypto is up to, it is all about community building and education, and that is the secret sauce to success.
Yeah, 100%. And if you guys want to keep updated about like just the stories of the different churches, and a lot of them will share testimonials on Facebook. So most of the engagement that we get is really on Facebook, because the Philippines is really more Facebook is bigger in the Philippines than any other platform, aside maybe from TikTok now. But that's really where you see a lot of the pastors posting stories of, like, let's say, feeding programs that they're doing, or fixing certain, church building stuff, adding a toilet, or little things that they've been able to do through because of OPHIR. So that's a real joy as well, seeing that sort of stuff pop up on a regular basis on our feed.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and no, it truly is, and wow, Pastor, onboarding our church leaders and pastors on staking OPHIR crypto tokens and holding some pulse chain. Hey, that is a great place to be, and enrolling church leaders on OPHIR Academy to learn more about crypto, pulse chain network, custodial wallet, which is important. It's one of the most important things you can do, which is taking custody of your wallet, OPHIR token, and more. Got facing reality. So yeah, that's the thing is, when you get into crypto, into decentralized finance, I mean, you're removing the middleman, which means you have to be responsible. You have to educate yourself. You are the bank. You are the security. And that's the thing is when we go this route, we have to do the work. We have to be responsible. And the way that mainstream society is you've always got somebody there to do it for you. So I think for some people that can be part of the transition phase is you don't have somebody that you can call at a 1-800 number to help you with your account. This is all self-starter, self-initiating, but it's worth it.
Yeah, 100%. And people are starting to really see the value in that. Like I was sharing earlier on, I mean, when through the education process, and it helps as well that, so it's kind of as I was sharing earlier on, for people in the Philippines who live hand to mouth, it's a bit more difficult appreciating that sort of thing sometimes. But you also have, like, for the churches anyways, they're pretty well versed in like end times theology, and so it's on the forefront of their minds, right? Just the direction that the world is going in, and how the mark of the beast and that stuff, whatever your views are on that, the point is that they've thought about that stuff and they've heard about it.
Yeah.
So there is also that sense of urgency about making sure that that we're able to keep control somewhat, given the direction that the world is going in. So they see the threats as well. They're aware of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing that comes to mind is what we allow is what will continue. And as long as people collectively consent to the things that are going on, that's those are the things that will continue. So we come together in community and we declare our value by decree. And basically, it's a test. Do we really want to be free? Do we really want to be, self-sovereign? And that's the thing is, we have to make that stand and declare it. So, and we're seeing, people that are just, they're waking up and they're basically saying, you know what, I am not okay with this anymore. So. And you got a lot of good people out there that just want the most simple and most basic things in life, and they don't want to be oppressed. And you got people that are, going about it through a means of nonviolence. So,
Yeah.
because usually these things typically go the violence route, and then it just goes round and round and round, and then you're not getting a different result because you're doing the same thing over and over, because violence breeds more violence. So it's like, do you want to be fighting wars the rest of your life, your kids, your grandkids, or it's like,
Yeah.
we can all share this earth together, and we can live a very good life without trying to oppress one another. Because the key to success is, in order for all of us to be successful and win, we don't have to keep other people down. And
Yeah.
that's the problem that has plagued mankind for so long, is, in order for me to be successful and me to have more, you have to have less.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we've been living in a scarcity mindset, and we need to be living in a mindset of abundance, where hey, I want you to be just as successful as I am. Let me help you. And it's when we get to a place like that, where we're not at each other's throats and we're collaborating, working together, then the games that have been played upon us for the longest time, they come to an end. And I see another person backstage, so with
Oh, no kidding.
no further ado, Doc Vince.
Whoa, the voice of OPHIR.
How you doing,
Hello,
sir?
Doc Vince. Good evening, brother.
Is that a self-driving car?
Yeah.
I think he just got his wife out of the office in the work. Hey,
Yeah.
hello, Doc Vince. Magandang gabi.
His connections.
Signal's kind of choppy. Sorry about that. I'm gonna look for.
He's looking for a place with good reception. But what you
Yeah.
just shared, Rob, super, super powerful stuff. And it's one of the things that I feel really holds our community together. Like this, and something I'm extremely passionate about as well, this whole abundance mindset. And there's more than enough to go around, man. Like, my gosh, if people would only open their eyes to it. Doc, you there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Oh, there we go.
There
Yay.
we go.
The
Hey.
voice of OPHIR in the house.
Hey, sorry
Hello, Doc
about that, because
Vince. Magandang
I got no signal around here. Hey, so I'm just
Good
looking
to
for a
s-
place to park and get a signal. How's
Yeah.
everyone?
No. Good.
Yeah, doing good. Doing good.
okay
We're just
lang dito. Okay lang dito, Doc Vince. Yeah.
yeah. So I was just saying that if you even if so, and I've said this many times, even if you just take a static look, right, at the resources that are there, we already know that there's more than enough to go around for everyone. But then you take into consideration the innovative spirit of humans and our creative ability. You add that to the mix, right? And then you add to the mix, if you are a believer in a God, in an almighty God, you add that to the mix as well. So I mean, there's really no place for having this scarcity framework. It just yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it's by design. I mean, we're kind of
Yeah.
like funneled and pushed into this rhythm and routine, where we're always so busy. We're on the go. We got to rush to a job. We got to rush to the grocery store. We got to go get our taxes done. And the name of the game is go, 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 me, and everybody's in a scarcity mindset, and the empathy oftentimes is just not there for one another, because we're so trying to scramble. And that's the thing, is life would be a lot different if we didn't have to trade all of our time and labor for paper fiat money that gets printed out of thin air. So because I can assure you, we would much rather spend as much time with our family and friends as we possibly can, and we would we would most likely have, better relationships and deeper bonds. And, but yeah, Doc Vince, I've seen you driving in the car doing streams on Facebook, and I know from experience, whenever I try to get on StreamYard when I'm driving home from work, it's like sometimes the connection is spotty, but it's really good to see you. How have you been doing?
I'm doing great. I was doing that on Facebook Live almost every time I drive my kids and my wife to work and going back home. So it's one way of trying to be. It's like singing in the bathroom alone. That's how I see it. To get things out of my mind. So it's kind of random and all of those stuff. And I was, but I'm good. Thanks for asking. And I see fire starter here, Master
Hey,
McBee. So hello guys.
congrats on the singing contest, Doc.
Oh, we still have
Awesome.
what one more finals come this last week of the month. So we got the five finalists, and we're growing, bro. John, as we got a lot of inquiries about the event, how they could join, and and they were starting to. So some of them were even asking, "Hey, how can we submit? And what's the rule of the game?" And by the way, before talking about what the amateur contest is, what's OPHIR? And that's what's more important.
There we go.
So they are asking about OPHIR, how they can be involved on what we're doing. So I guess we got our message come across to the general public about cryptocurrency and OPHIR crypto.
Nice one, Doc. Nice one. Yeah, let me take this opportunity also, with your permission, Texan, Robert, and for starter of things, that will be also having a ride for a cause this March 23. We'll be traveling like 6-7 hours, and we'll be giving stickers and we'll be on our shirts. And it's one way to onboard people and do some it's like kind of more of a eyeballing of the stuff. So to the common people, and might give trust to the brand, or might give some marketing, should I say. So yeah, go. Why not just if tatakbo lang tayo, if we just make around, why not we'll be making a ride for a cause. After that ride for like 6 hours, we'll be giving maybe 2.5 sacks of rice to this policeman and mga PW person
Amen.
deprived of liberty. So that's one way of doing some charity work, and knowing that Doc Vince is doing doing this amateur, and yeah, how can we engage with this kind of stuff? And it's one way of onboarding people that they don't know. Like it's more like yeah, they try to ask what's happening around here, man. So kind of give the sense of like curiosity on the matter. So yeah, that's for us. March 23, so we'll be having a
Oh,
ride for a
nice.
cause with the with the hub team, Hex, Ophirians, and the Pulsicans. So we'll be having our rounds here in the Visayas area. That's it for me, man.
Lang.
Very nice.
Yeah, Doc Vince, yes, your take.
I want to add more because with regards to that singing contest, you know how it is, Robert, among Filipinos. We really love to sing. That's one. And like most, I don't know, majority of households do have a karaoke machine. So it's kind of like second nature for us to involve in this kind of event. But the other thing that I would like to add is most Filipinos migrate, move all over the globe. So they might be in Africa, States, Europe, wherever that may be. And what we're doing with the amateur singing contest, take note, John, we got people from Iceland saying, "Hey, we are watching the amateur singing contest. Kudos to the organizer." People from Iceland, like, "Oh, what? I So that's just the start. That's just the start. So I mean, if we do this more frequently, we will have even Filipinos abroad who will be joining us on the competition. So and that gives more exposure to cryptocurrency, to OPHIR. Not just OPHIR, but you know, even the cryptocurrency world, because that basically they got to know about that. So that's exciting, bro.
Awesome, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Galing, Doc.
it's one of the powerful things as well about this Filipino virality factor is that it's an international phenomenon because Filipinos are all over the world. I think we have, is it the maybe second, or I don't know if it's the second or third largest overseas working population in the world as well. So we have Filipinos everywhere. So that's really exciting. That we have inroads to around. We should have inroads to around the world.
oh,
And in
absolutely.
addition to that, sorry, I've got a little hyper. I got too much coffee, and I got the peach edition soup Red Bull. So anyway, where am I at? Regarding OPHIR, they are asking about what OPHIR is, and Filipinos abroad, not just talking about the crypto, but the biblical and historical OPHIR. They are also very interested with that content. So it means that we're hitting like several corners of our goal. We got spreading the word about the gospel, spreading about OPHIR, and spreading what our mission goal is, and spreading about cryptocurrency and how we serve people mining hearts of gold on the grassroots churches. So that's what really got me excited with what we're doing, especially with the internet. It's kind of global, and Filipinos are global. That, like John said, we got that virality factor, and if you get the Filipinos on board, you will get all the comments right there. They will engage.
Yeah, that's exciting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the singing contest is a brilliant idea because it's so true. Filipinos are so into singing. This is the only place in the world. Seriously, you know, it's so funny. If you go into the malls here, you have sales reps or whatever. With like, if you go to the tech section of a mall, you'll always have someone with a karaoke, which like singing, like seriously. And then you hear it as well. I don't know if Doc, you guys recognize this, but like even just walking around in neighborhoods and stuff, you hear people singing. It's just such a normal thing. Like, yeah, it's really, there's something about Filipinos and music, and apparently we have the most overseas musicians as well. So we're known for that, to have the most musicians who are on cruise ships and who, like, you know, do like in cover bands and stuff like that around the world. So yeah, stuff to be excited about.
Oh, absolutely. And we got Tex Hex. Hello, everyone. Great to hear of your global generosity.
Thanks, man.
And we got Clintron's Good Day Crew. So thank you so much for stopping by. So it's always nice to see our regulars, you know, here in the community, you know, popping in to say hello. And one of the things I am also looking forward to is when Freedom Swap does launch. I want to make a lot of like short educational videos, like TEXAN Onboarding 101 series, just to try to like cover the basics, you know, show people where to go, how to connect your wallet, how to swap. And we just want to spread as much education as possible and teach people, you know, like how to exit a position responsibly. So because that's the thing is when you look at things like Hex or Texan or OPHIR, you know, it's like a fruit tree in the backyard. You know, the fruit is the yield that you take what you need, but you don't want to cut the tree down because if you kill the tree, then it's never going to give you any more fruit. So, the things that we love most, we just want to put out as much educational content to give people access to tools and resources to, just help them make better decisions so that they come out on top, and that, the ecosystem that, that they're a part of continues to thrive. So that's something that I'm going to be doing. So, the best tools for success is just education. And, like I said, none of this stuff is really hard. It just takes time and consistency. Because there's been days where I'm like, what, if I would have done this different, if I, because you realize, but that's all part of the process, because experience is like the best teacher that there is. And just, it's the more you continue to learn, the more you will benefit and thrive, especially in this space. So
having that growth mindset is so important. That's one of the things that we try to impart as well to the community, especially to these a lot of these churches, right? Just because if from the get-go you just kind of make the decision that you can't learn it, then it's over, it's done, right? So you need to have that open an open mind, and lean in and believe that it's possible to begin with. Otherwise, you're fighting a losing battle from the onset, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this is I'm just looking forward to, this is going to be a very, loaded, eventful year. We got the Bitcoin happening next month. We got a presidential election coming up here in the United States in a couple months. So I'm not really a political person, but I know that it does play an impact, and it does matter. And then, we're coming into the full swing of the bull run, where it's going to be absolute nuts. So the best thing I could really tell people is, just remain calm, keep a level head, and just, give yourself a welfare check and check on other people, and just, make sure that, we're not, we're not getting anxiety. We're not, just, this is a long-term game of emotions, so it's, you got to do that internal work, and, you have to know who you are, and, you have to have that conviction, and that perseverance, because when we're looking at a price chart, I don't look at it like we're looking at USD buys and sells. The chart to me represents human behavior and human emotions.
I was just gonna say that's so true. And one of the beautiful things about the OPHIR chart is, like, when it dips, you can see it do. I guess with any chart, right? I mean, it's an opportunity to buy, so you can kind of transmute that, right? That event into something positive. But in OPHIR, then you can also think that, hey, somebody probably just got a toilet installed in a remote area. Somebody probably just, they ran a feeding program with their community. So that helps as well.
Yeah, we got Mixed Crypto Arts. Hi guys, I'm listening to you from the truck as I'm working. So we're happy to have you. Thank you so much for joining and tuning in. And guys, I'm so glad we got to get together. It's been a while since we got to hang out and talk, and I've just been seeing just such amazing things happening with the OPHIR community. Like I see all the photos on Facebook and on Twitter and Telegram. You see all these. Yep, there's that shirt. But you see all these people that are coming together, and they're watching these presentations, and they're listening to you guys talk about, the blockchain, and it's like, man, you guys are like, y'all are killing it. So, one day, everything, the fruits of our labor, it's going to pay off, and it's going to be worth it. So,
Amen to that, brother.
Does anybody have? Go ahead,
Robert. Yeah, I'm looking forward one day that we'll have a cup of coffee together, like all of us having a meet somewhere, summit or what conference. You got the Texans, Texicans, and the OPHIRians, and just hang out and talk about the blessings that we receive, and we'll be, sharing to other people. That would be great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
indeed.
go ahead.
Looking forward for that day, Doc Vince, and gonna meet you in person, guys.
It'll happen, man. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And there was one other thing I was going to share real quick. Let me so right here, this is the link tree for OPHIR crypto. So this will get you to all the right resources, from ophircrypto.com, Twitter, Telegram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. I mean, so I love the link trees because it keeps everything nice and organized. So that's one of the other things when it comes to crypto is a lot of people get scammed because they go to a fake Telegram group or a fake website. So you always want to go straight to the source. So this is where you will find the official OPHIR crypto community and all the information that you need. And guys, it's just been absolute pleasure getting to have all of you and getting to hang out.
Same. Thank you so much for the invite. It's a real joy getting together with you. And once again, thanks for being such a star, brother. And just your contribution to the community has been amazing. So thanks to you and the rest of the TEXAN guys. Big time.
Yeah. Hopefully one day I can just retire and not have to work anymore, and then I can come to these Texan meetups, or I can fly out to the Philippines.
Yeah.
So
It'll happen.
Mac B will get his private jet ready by the end of the year. So we'll
Yeah.
we'll just give him a call. But by the way, thank you for having us here. And just a plug, one of our affiliates or partner nonprofits, it's the Maharlika Mixed Martial Arts down at Baguio City. They have an amateur mixed martial arts event. That'll be today. So, I mean, that's one of our partners, recent partners that will be helping out because they're teaching, giving students free lessons. So they'll have an event today. So shout out to Eric Kelly. He's one of the, should I say, OGs for MMA in Asia, who fought on one championship. Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, guys. I just want to take also this opportunity to ride with us, ride for a cost. March 23, guys. So we'll be touring around the Visayas area. So we'll be sending pictures and links to Apple. I think he's doing some website stuff of your life. Yeah, you check us out
Mm,
there. And also, can I give a shout out to Waki TV, to
yeah.
yeah,
the Hub team, the Hex, OPHIR, and the Polsican community. What's up, guys? Kumusta? Maayong buntag, and yeah, and let's keep up the meetup. Tuloy lang tayo. Let's do all this stuff, and let's do crypto the right way, and we'll be in the right spot in the right moment. So yun lang for me. Thanks for having us, Robert. And glad to be here. Pleasure, man.
yeah. Anytime. Yeah, if you guys ever want to come back on stream, just let me know, and I'm always happy to help. And it's the least I can do. Hosting a couple times a week. So uh, we will continue on this journey, and lots of great things to come. And yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. This has been TEXAN Tailgate, episode 46, Power of Community. So thank you guys. We will see you next week. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Hey, Robert, before you leave,
Uh-huh.
one Bisaya word. I'm gonna let you say one Bisaya word. It's not
Sige,
Tagalog.
sige,
It's not It's Bisaya. Can you say daghang
Dakan,
salamat?
Salama.
So say it one time.
Welcome.
Daghang salamat.
TEXAN Salama.
There you go. You're welcome, bro.
Yeah,
There you go.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, guys.
yeah.